It's the first night of the Halloween event in Pokemon Go, and I want to kick it off right by doing some shiny ghost hunting. Last year, it worked out pretty well for me. I decided to go somewhere haunted, and right across the street from a former haunted hospital, I caught my first shiny Duskull. I just want this, I want this on camera. Look at this. Dang! There it is! So this year I decided I would check out one of, apparently, the 10 most haunted places in the US. And it's right across the harbor from where I play Pokemon Go every day. The Queen Mary. You've probably seen it in the background of a lot of my videos when I'm at the Pike. It's just docked there, it's an old ocean liner, and it's apparently very haunted. So I'm packing 3 things. 1, a power bank with a flashlight, some sage for cleansing, and an extra pair of underwear in case I get scared. The ship is docked here. It's actually now a hotel. So this is an overnight ghost hunt. And wow, it's going off already here in the parking lot. The sun just went down. The moon's coming up. It looks like almost a full moon. So there should be plenty of spooky shiny checks all night tonight. Lots of Pokestops on the ship itself as well, which means we should be able to lure it up and just be checking all through the night, or at least until I get too scared and I have to run away and force myself to sleep. I don't know. All right, no shinies yet, but also, wow. Wild Cacturn. That's definitely something. Dark type, boosted, Halloween. That's the Pike. That's downtown. You can kind of see the lighthouse, right? I'm hoping for some drift here because right now I am perfectly centered between 2 Pokestops and I can't reach either of them. Drift. Drift. Maybe if I head a bit deeper into the room. Oh, shiny check. Oh, there we go. Here we go. Over by the bathroom. I can at least reach 1. Queen Mary at night. Drifting a little more. Drifting a little more. And back to center. Come on. In this creepy old boat bathroom. In the bathroom itself. Not really. Well, a little bit of drift in here. Okay. We're gonna have to do some exploring and walk around this ship. going on a haunted tour. Taking a little tour of some of the haunted, or supposedly haunted, areas of the ship. And maybe I'll find some ghosts. Shiny ghosts.
All of the symptoms you could possibly imagine with drinking a harsh cleaning solution. Did not seek out medical attention, and later on that evening is where these
totally worked. Isolation ward. This is basically where people came to die on the ship. Anyone who was sick or about to go. Not just the regular infirmary. Isolation. Smallpox. The deadly stuff. That door, actually, one of my high school English teachers used to work on the ship here, and she told us a story about that door number 13, where someone was crushed like back in the 60s. I mean, I don't remember exactly the details, but they came down here with like a Ouija board, and she said after that she refused to come back down here because it was like the scariest thing that ever happened. Just wrapped up the tour. I'm just walking out now to get some lures down on the Pokestops that I can't quite reach from in the room. As for the tour, it made stops at all the most, I guess, known haunted parts of the ship. Watertight door number 13, the first class pool, room B340, the boiler room. I mean, I've never really been a huge believer in the paranormal. I've never had any kind of paranormal experience or anything like that. But, you know, I would love to. I would love to, like, see something that really makes me question. Oh, come on. There was one part of the tour where I thought maybe, you know, I was looking down a hallway. We were in the boiler room. And there was one part where the tour guide said we couldn't go because I guess they're maybe doing some kind of work, renovation, something. And I was looking down as I was walking past. I thought maybe it looked like a figure was walking. I guess there's someone who died in the boiler room, and supposedly people still hear or see, someone walking around, footsteps, stuff like that. The longer I stared down there, it looked like maybe it was a piece of equipment, but it definitely looked like it was moving the first time I looked. That was about it. Anyway, shiny ghosts. Got lures on. Maybe I can get lucky and have my first paranormal encounter with some sparkles. No shinies yet, but the good news is, all this shiny checking has helped me complete quite a few quests, which means some shiny checks. It's also officially after midnight, which means things are gonna get even spookier. That's all it means, I guess. New day, new rewards, new research. Oh, new research from the Pokestops that I've already spun here. So that's something to look forward to. This one. Nope. I don't think this is a shiny check. Probably Sneasel. But I've also now used 108 berries, so I can move on to the next part of this Halloween special research. Duskull. So it was a shiny check, but not a shiny. And then the last reward on this step, a spooky message. Lickitung? Why? Is Lickitung number 108 in the Kanto Pokedex? Why would it be Lickitung? 108, Stardust, 10, Pokeballs, 8, Silver Pineapple Berries. And the professor says, thanks so much for your help. I did some research on ghost-type Pokemon, and I think there's a ghost and dark-type Pokemon that is bound to a strange stone. I can't say for sure just yet, but it seems this Pokemon may actually be composed of 108 spirits bound together. So maybe if we catch 108 Pokemon, it will appear. Good luck. Would you keep the light on in the lab for me? All this spooky research is making my hair stand on end. Catch 108 Pokemon. Okay. In 8 Pokestops I haven't visited before. 1, 2, 3, 4 in the parking lot. 5, 6, 7. I guess I can see 8, but do I really want to go for a spooky night walk? Well, last night I fell asleep shinyless. So the plan today, I guess, is to just keep walking around the ship a little before it's time to check out and leave. Maybe I'll stop by some of the more haunted spots, do some checks around there, and see if I can get lucky. Also kind of weird waking up and seeing Long Beach from this angle. Okay, some last minute checks before checking out. We're down on B deck, heading towards B 340, which is the haunted room. 334, 336. That's just an ice machine. 338, 340. No plaque. The light's on in the room. You can actually stay overnight in the room because people wanted to so much. They had it closed for like 30 years because of all the weird stuff that was going on. You know, guests wanting to change rooms and just leave the ship altogether. People have said that they've heard voices and, you know, doors opening and closing, sheets being pulled off the bed. seen shadowy figures in there. And now you can stay there for $500 a night. In case you enjoy waking up to things that aren't there sitting at the foot of your bed. Personally, not really something I'm into, but maybe there's shinies around here? This is about as close as we can get to the first class pool at the moment. Also, supposedly one of the most haunted spots on the ship. There's a girl named Jackie, a little girl who has been seen and reported multiple times in here. It's just about checkout time. No shinies this time, but I am one catch away from completing this, so I'm going to complete this task, which was, I think, catch 10 Dark-type Pokemon. This Mischievous will be the last Pokemon I need to complete catch 108 Pokemon on a spooky message. 108. Done. I swear every sound that this ship makes scares me just a little bit. I got a little bit of a spoiler on this, but catch 108, you don't actually have to spin the 8 new Pokestops, because the reward here, Spiritomb. Definitely taking some AR photos of this. Well, you can check out anytime you like, but you can never leave. That's not true, that's about a different hotel. I'm gonna do a little bit of exploration up here, daytime, since, you know, I see this ship from across the harbor, right over there, all the time. And now I'm finally on it. So, put some lures on, a few more shiny checks before I leave the haunted ship, but I'm gonna get up close and personal. You know, I think I figured out why my luck has been so bad. Because there's new Halloween items, and I'm not wearing any of them. These are adorable. I gotta go with the Drifloon golf hat. Definitely. The Drifloon shirt. Yep, I'll rock that. Drifblim, excuse me. Alright. Same, so, oh, it's gone. Next shiny check, watch. You know, aside from just the hauntings and the ghost stories, there's actually like a really interesting history to the ship. I think its first voyage was in the 30s, 1936, back and forth from the US to Europe, like 1,000 total voyages. And it was like the fastest ship at the time. All kinds of Hollywood stars used to take the ship from the US to Europe before air travel was really popular. So there's photos all over the ship of like all these old Hollywood stars and British royalty, all kinds of people that were on the ship. And one in particular, who's not really posted anywhere, but the one that means the most to me, Anthony Bourdain was actually on one of the last voyages of the Queen Mary, when he and his family went over to Europe to go to France. And that trip here on the Queen Mary is where he really first discovered food and his interest in food. So that's like, you guys know, Bourdain was one of my biggest inspirations. So it's kind of a cool piece of history to me here on the Queen Mary. So I guess my Halloween costume didn't really work with the shiny checks there. Okay. I'm headed now, I'm heading back down into the isolation ward. This seems like the most appropriate place to catch Spiritomb, made up of 108 souls, down here in the isolation ward with a list of all souls on the ship, including crew members here. I think the official records show 56 or 58 confirmed deaths on board the ship, but there's probably a lot more than that. 1,000 voyages back and forth across the ocean, up to 3,000 passengers each time. Plus, during World War II, the ship was used to transport troops, 16,000 troops at a time. So, there's got to be 108 souls here, because there's a Spiritomb, and it's female. You know what that means. That about wraps it up for this spooky Halloween adventure on board the Queen Mary. Hope you enjoyed. Good luck with your shinies. Hopefully I'll find one. We've got a few more days of the event. Oh, and by the way, Spiritomb, that research, there's no time limit. As long as you start it during the event, you can continue even after the event ends. You're not going to lose that research, so don't stress. You don't have to catch 108 Pokemon during the event. It's just like the other special research. You have unlimited time as long as you start before the event ends. Good luck.